Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like first of all to say thank you very much and welcome to the first serial processing conference on food technology with me, Kurniasari, as a Master of Ceremony. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the event. We already have 3 distinguished speakers joining the conference today. Faridatu Rohmatil F from College Student of Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang, and Oktaviani Laily NH from College Student of Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang. Thank you very much for coming to this serial processing conference today during the outbreaking pandemic. I also would like to thank all participants for attending on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, before we process, let me inform you the housekeeping rules. As to the program of food technology of Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang, to record the world conference, so be attending this session, you acknowledge that your image and comment may be recorded and rebroadcast. For those who want to give questions, please type your question in the chat box on YouTube or Zoom. By mention your name, organization, and city, and then wait to warm the question is addressed. Later, in the session of discussion for each plenary session, the moderator will summarize and deliver the question to the speaker. After all session end, you will be given a link to complete the evaluation questionnaire. Make sure you complete the questionnaire to be recorded in attendance. The link to download attendance list will be provided after you submit your feedback, and material will be provided in the website of the conference. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the first plenary session. For the first plenary session, plenary speaker will be Faridatu Rohmatil F from college student who will talk and by From College to Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang. Will talk about me as a moderator.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introduce me Issatun Hani'ah as a moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the presentation, and in order to avoid any disturbance during the presentation later, I would like to ask you to change the mode of your gadget into silent. Let's do it together. Okay, thank you. The Honorable Miss Aimah as a lecturer, the Honorable the invited speaker, distinguished guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to this prestigious seminar about serial processing held by the Student Executive Body of Fakultas Ilmu Keperawatan dan Kesehatan. In this occasion, we shall have plenary session from our prominent speaker, whom I believe shall enrich our insight and knowledge regarding the theme of this seminar. Before the session begins, allow me to introduce the speaker. Our first speaker is Miss Faridatu Rohmatil F. She is college student from Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang. His educational qualifications is as follows. In 2008, she is student in SD Terpadu Darun Najah. In 2014, she is student in SMPN 14 Semarang. In 2017, she is student in SMA N2 Semarang. Our second speaker is Miss Rizqa Novita. She is college student from Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang. His educational qualification is as follows. In 2008, she is student in SDN Taman Sari 1. In 2014, she is student in SMPN 1 Meranggen. In 2017, she is student in SMAN 1 Meranggen. Our last but definitely not least speaker is Miss Oktaviani Laily NH. She is college student from Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang. His educational qualification is as follows. In 2008, she is student in SDN Karangsono 1. In 2014, she is student in SMPN 1 Meranggen. In 2017, she is student in SMK Yayasan Farmasi Semarang. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our first speaker. She will deliver a presentation entitled Process Rice Product and Byproduct. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Farida.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Farida. On this occasion, I will explain the material about processed rice product and byproduct. Next. In Introduction. There are numerous uses of rice and rice flour for manufacture and for culinary preparation. Food uses of rice can be categorized into 4 groups, which is direct food use, brewing, seed, and others. The use of rice for direct food is highest of the 3 uses. Mild rice, parboiled rice, brown rice are directly consumed after cooking. Rice and rice products are also used in manufacture of certain processed foods such as breakfast cereal, soup, baby food, packaged mix, etc. Next. Modern convenience food from rice. Pre-cooked rice is used in rice-based convenience foods where non-rice ingredients are separately packaged and mixed only during heating. Such type of convenience food provide convenience to the consumer as it requires much less time for preparation. Next. Variants of modern convenience foods from rice. First, pre-cooked and instant rice or quick cooking rice. Because of the demand of the modern consumer, processes have been developed to manufacture quick cooking rice. Quick cooking rice is pre-cooked and glutinized to some extent in water, steam, or food. The cooked rice is usually dried in such a manner as to retain the rice grain in porous condition. This pre-packaged quick cooking rice requires just 5 minutes for preparation compared to 20 to 30 minutes in case of conventional rice cooking. Process for the quick cooking rice involves soaking of rice in water, cooking to the moisture content of greater than 60%. The cooked rice is then dried to a moisture content of 14%. The finished product sold consists of dry, individual kernels, substantially free of lumps or aggregates, and approximately 1.5 to 3 times the bulk volume of the raw rice. Alternatively, pre-cooked rice is freeze-dried. The reconstitution property of freeze-dried rice is excellent compared to heat-cooked and dried rice. Second, canned rice products. Rice is used as one of the ingredients in various canned food products such as soup, baby foods, plain and flavored cooked rice, rice milk pudding, etc. Long grain varieties with high amylose flexible pouches are most commonly used packaging material for canned rice products. In the soup or other canned food, where the rice must remain in suspension, parboiled rice is cooked enough to prevent spoiling and then added to the mix. Third, puffed rice. Paddy is soaked in water to increase the moisture to about 20%. The moist paddy is puffed by subjecting to sudden heat treatment at 250 to 270 degrees Celsius for 30 to 40 seconds. The husk splits and the rest is puffed. And the last, velvet rice. Velvet rice is made from purple rice. Paddy is soaked in water for 2 to 3 days or hot water 70 to 80 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes to soften the kernels, followed by boiling in water for a few minutes. After cooking, the water is drained off and the paddy is heated 250 to 275 degrees Celsius in shallow earthen vessel till the husks break open. After which it is pounded by a wooden vessel. Heavy iron rolls which flatten the rice kernel and remove the husk. Husk is removed by winnowing. Next. Processing of rice bran oil. For the processing of rice bran oil, it can be seen from this diagram. From rice bran eggs, rice milk, then cleaning, then sterilize or stabilize steam, and the last is packaged oil. Next. Okay, that's all what can I explain. Thanks for the attention and forgive me if there's any mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's give once again a big round of applause for Miss Farida. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our second speaker. She will deliver a presentation entitled Corn Classification, Dry Milling, and Wet Milling. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Rizqa.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I will present the material on classification, dry milling, and wet milling. Introduction. Corn is used for animal feed, for human consumption, for the manufacture of starch, corn syrup, granulated sugar, bitter. Milling results include corn, pulp, and flour. Corn is consumed by humans in various forms. In its harvest wheat from it is consumed as vegetable, cereal, cornflakes, and popcorn. Corn classification. Point 1. Dent variants, which when mature have a pronounced deferentiation or dents at the top of the kernel. These have hard parts of densely packed endosperm cells at the other edge of their endosperm and cells. Point 2. Plain varieties which have a continuous hard layer surrounding the endosperm. When the kernels dry, the dry evenly and therefore do not form a dense. Point 3. Flour or soft varieties, which are almost entirely opaque and soft. It is the soft-made variants that are normally used to make corn flour. Point 4. Flexi maize varieties that have a messy appearance, especially when broken. The starch consists of very little amylose and is effective 100% amylase. Maize starch is normally about 30% amylose and 70% amylopecid. Corn processing. Maize is processed by dry or with milling. Dry milling may or may not include the germing as preliminary step. No degerming. Dry milling is carried out on a local basis in small grits mills or in molded rollers mills using sifters and purifiers. The maize is ground to make coarse worms. This wallment is highly susceptible to the residuity as the germ is retained which has a high oil content. With milling and dry milling involving the germing are carried out in light commercial mill. Dry milling. Two different systems are used for dry milling of corn. The non-dry milling system grades corn into wheal with hardly and separations of grain. The objective of conditioning is to loosen the germ and tuck the bran and to mellow the endosperm so as to obtain a maximum yield of grit and a minimum yield of flour in the subsequent milling. With rolls, mill, and sifters, a complex array of additionally rolls, mill, and partitions separating equipment is used to purify and size endosperm particles. With milling, the ground slurry is pumped to hydroclones to separate lighter weight germ. The running stream of starch and protein is passed through this nozzle type centrifuge. Wherever starch is separated from the gluten. The gluten is dewatered as additional centrifuges and vacuum filters. The remaining starch slurry is washed and passed through hydrochloride. centrifuges and or vacuum filter the water the purifying start. Thank you for listening to the material from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's give once again a big round of applause for Miss Rizqa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our truth tell, millets, type, and processing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Okta.
Millets, types, and processing. Next. Introduction. The crisis now collective as millets are a set of highly variable, small seeded plant species indigenous to many areas of the world. Millets are of value, especially in semi-arid regions because of their short growing season and higher productivity under heat and drought conditions. First, millet is the most widely grown millet and is a very important crop in India and parts of Africa. Finger millet is popular in East Africa and India. Cocktail and proso millets are cultivated primarily in the Near East and China. Proso millet is also widely cultivated in the Russia Federation. Next. Structural and physical properties. Kernel characteristics of the various millets are extremely diverse. The millets can be divided into two types of seed, utricle and caryopsis. In the utricle, the paragraph surround the seed like a sac, but is attached to the seed at only one point. In a caryopsis, the paragraph is completely fused to the side. First, millet, vanio, and teeth are caryopsis. Next. The endosperm comprises the majority of the kernel weight for all millets. There are four structural parts of the endosperm: the hyaluronate layer and the peripheral corneus and florid endosperm areas. Endosperm consists of brain, hyaluronate layer, peripheral corneus, florid, scutellum, and cream. Next. Composition of millet. The main values and variation in proximate composition of different types of millet present in table 8.2. Alpha values are expressed on dry matter basis, protein conversion factor, and egg 625 nitrogen free extra. Next. Food utilization. Millet have been utilized for human food for prehistoric times. In India, virtually all of the first millet and most of the finger millet is directly consumed as human food. The most important use of pear millet grain is in baking chaptis or rotis. Millet grain is also used for production of rice like product and porridge. Next. Post-harvest processing. Storage. Millets are harvested, dried, and stored in storage bins. Usually, the millet heads are pounded in a mortar and pestle. Winnowed, and the grain required for daily consumption is further processed, diluted, and ground in the mortar and pestle as needed. Next. Milling. Milling separates the grain into three components: gram, endosperm, and seed coat. Milling process starts with the cleaning of the grain to remove unwanted impurities and broken grain using vibratory sieve aspirators and specific gravity separators. The cleaned grain are conditioned by addition of water to soften the endosperm. Okay, that's all from my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's give one big round of applause for Ms. Okta. Thank you very much for all speakers for the informative and interesting talk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to question and answer season. There will be one season and each season is for 3 questions. Please mention your name and set to which presenter you address your question. Any question? Ladies and gentlemen, finally we come to the end of presentation. We would like to say thank you very much for all the speakers for the outstanding discussion and also to audience for your active participation. Hopefully the presentation will be beneficial for everybody. Thank you very much for your attention. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much for very insightful presentation. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for our conference today. Hopefully you enjoy with this conference. Before we proceed to the parallel session, we hope up to the program of Teknologi, Universitas Muhammadiyah Semarang. I would like to thank all distinguished speakers and all participants for joining this conference. Thank you. Team in this conference, you did the great job. Ladies and gentlemen, we also would like to remind you to stay safe and healthy, stay happy during the outbreaking pandemic. We are now with all panelists on the screen for having to photo session. Be looking at your camera. Alright, thank you everybody. See you on another occasion. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.